What's up, guys? It's just a quick update today. The rate I'm going, because it's such a slow and tedious process, making sure everything's dialed in, the rate I'm going, it would be another couple weeks before I got an actual good video out. So I just want to show you what I'm working on kind of ahead of what I put out, because I'm working on the driver's side trying to figure and sort things out. Then I do the whole video on the passenger side to show you exactly what I've done. So it's a little bit quicker and smoother rather than watching me do the driver's side where I'm up, down, cut this, cut that, trim this, trim that. At least with the passenger side, I got a good clue of what I'm doing and how to show you guys what I'm doing. But just real quick, I want to give you guys a quick update on what I've been doing. Let's see here. I've got the driver's side connector fully welded in, and I've been working on figuring out this kicker placement because there's a lot going on here. There's a plate that goes here, which you can see right here, and then your kicker goes between the plate and the connector. The tough thing is you don't have to cut the floor out, but my thought process in cutting the floor out, because you also, while you're doing this, you also think ahead of what you're going to be doing and how to make things easier for yourself. So you can see, like, there's no way you would be able to weld underneath this seam on both sides. So because of that, and also once the main hoop is going to go right here on top of this kicker, and it's going to be about right here, so it's going to be tight between the rocker and the main hoop. And there's also I got a rocker bar that comes along down this side here up to the A-pillar bar, and that sits pretty low. So what I've done is kind of prepared myself in the case that I need to actually drop the cage, or at least its main front part of it, through the floor. So you can see here I removed the this half of the front seat mount, and from the pictures that I've seen, there's a little brace piece that goes here, which I'll show in my video coming up on how to do all this, but you got to remove that anyways because the rocker bar is so low. So let's say all this stuff is so tight and I can't weld it because I'm not a real seasoned TIG welder. What I'll do is I'll cut this floor pan out all the way up to here. Remember, there is another kicker that goes right here somewhere, and you can't determine where that goes until the main hoop is in, and you have your A-pillar bars set in place, because your A-pillar bars go on top of that kicker. So, and remember, there's no dimensions, no guidance. You know, I mean, it's kind of like those blank 1,000-piece puzzles. It's kind of like that. So anyways, you can see here I just used the front kicker to give me to put my rear kicker in the same plane. I just clamped it all up and trying to fit it all and see how close I can get back here, because you got to be close, so that, remember, your A-pillar bar sits on this, or I'm sorry, your main hoop sits on this, then your A-pillar bar sits on the main hoop, and then that's got to land here. So wherever you put this determines where all that goes. And then if you don't do it right, you're doing a lot more cutting and repair work. So guys, when you do this, think ahead. You know, it's gonna take, well, I mean, I'm not working on it 12 hours a day every day or nothing, so I don't foresee being completely done with all this until the end of, maybe towards the end of April. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, you know, once we get all these connectors and stuff in place, maybe the roll cages fall in and I'll have no problems. But anyways, that's where I'm at, guys. You can see the passenger side one is tacked in. So I'm just doing this, my learning side and my seasoned side, I'll call it. So I got just one pass up here, just to basically tying the connector to the subframe, and I got to put kind of like a butter pass on top so that the floorboards and everything, I'm sorry, the floor pan is all connected and welded, because some spots it's just welded to the subframe to the connector. Because if you try and fill it up with a weld, you end up blowing holes and stuff because it gets too hot. As far as back here goes, I don't know if you can see, like down here, I basically had to do some big spot welds because I was afraid of blowing through. I did have a spot right here where I was able to catch it quick enough to where it didn't blow through. We can see here I kind of did spot welds here as well. Basically started on the plate, went over, came back, and just did that, you know, just to maintain not getting too hot on that sheet metal, because I did blow through, like I said, right there. And then had a bigger one right here. It's kind of a bugger looking thing, but it is what it is. I wasn't able to get the plate welded underneath here, of course, but remember, when I figured out how all this fits, I tacked the connector to the plate, pulled it out, and then welded the connector to the plate. So that was there, and then I could just set it back in place, and then that's how I got everything tacked like that over there. So so stay tuned, guys. Just want to give you a quick update. Also just fired up an Instagram channel. It's HP, what's the line at the bottom, underscore, so hp_farm, and putting some updates on there. Kind of just maybe that'll be the place where I, you know, these little things I'm working on figuring out, I'll place those there so you guys can kind of keep track of what's going on and get you some ideas if you're doing it. Anyways, take it easy. I'll copy race status. Get in the garage, work in your car, cut it up, weld it up, and have fun. See you guys.